You ready this time? Not like last time where we kind of... So let me finish talking, then we can talk.
Sure.
Oh, hey. Hey guys, Parney here from Dashguard Productions, and today we are in a Volvo.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm a sales consultant here at Volvo of Vancouver. Please let me know if you have any questions of this XC40 Recharge model. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, and hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.
XC40 Recharge is a fully electric 2021 model, and I got my good buddy here, Andre, who's in my supporting cast.
I'm always here for you, bud.
Yeah, thanks, man. And don't worry, guys, I pay him all the profit I make from YouTube.
What? What profit?
You get 10% of my profit.
What profit?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well.
All right, guys, I really appreciate if you guys can subscribe, but let's just get right into this car. We're going to start off with the exterior. I think this car or SUV or crossover looks amazing. I think it looks great. The front looks really sharp, looks very aggressive, some really hard lines, and you make your way to the back. Actually, the back's a little different. I find the back, they curve it out a little bit, soften the look a little bit, but when you look at the car as a whole, overall, I think they nailed it. It's beautiful. The one thing I don't like about it is the tail lights. I mean, it has like the long L look.
They're Volvo lights.
It's Volvo lights though. Like every Volvo in this parking lot has it. Meh.
Yeah.
But overall, it's really, really nice. It was 20-inch rims, I believe.
20-inch rims on
which
this one.
I think look great. This car, in my opinion, it looks like a normal combustible engine. Like, if you're just kind of looking at it and not looking closely, you're going to think it's just a normal car, but it is fully electric.
Yeah.
Two things I give away is the front grille. I mean, it's just complete, like one panel piece. It looks really sharp. And there's a recharge badge on the side of it. So, in my view, the exterior, I think they nailed it. I think it's beautiful. Andre, your thoughts?
My thoughts is Volvo stepped their game up. They've made their cars look more youth inspired. It doesn't look like your dad's or your grandpa's SUV anymore.
You're right.
They've definitely come far just by making a few small changes to their design language, and I think they pretty much hit the nail on the head with this one.
Yeah, I think it does. And a car this is going to compare to is the Model Y. I like the Model Y, but it has a very simplistic look. I think they're two different vehicles, and it really comes down to your personality. For me, I prefer this one because it looks a little more... I like the look of it. I like how it looks like combustible vehicle.
Yeah, you like that it looks like a more standard vehicle.
Yeah.
It doesn't look gimmicky like some electric vehicles look like. But I like that they've made it look more aggressive. It just doesn't look like an old man's car anymore.
That's what we're getting at, yeah.
Which is it's a good step up. It's a good move in the right direction for Volvo, I think, which kind of hindered them in the past. So I think going forward, they're going to do a lot better in the market, I think.
Yeah.
Especially trying to attract younger people.
Oh yeah, I think this does a great job for that. Moving along, let's talk about the interior. I think the interior, they definitely took a more simplistic look to it. There's a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
And I will say this is a $65,000 vehicle for the 2021s. A lot of plastic, but the parts that you touch are soft. In the door panel, there's like this cloth-like fuzzy...
It's a carpet.
Which looks actually nice, but it feels very rough, and I can see it getting dirty pretty quickly. If you're putting like drinks or coffee down there, spills, you might stain it a lot. You do have the driver has a 12.3-inch display. We haven't gone too deep into it, but from the look of it, it looks really, really nice, sharp, crisp, and bright. The main display here, I believe, is about 9 inches. I actually think this is on a little smaller size. I mean, look at a Model Y, it's like 40 inches or something like that, right? But everything's there, reachable. It's very quick. I will say this display is really nice, and it does have Google built into it, and I love that. I love it. I love when manufacturers say, hey, screw our team, forget it, let's give up and let Google do it. And Google's gonna do an excellent job. Like, this screen is so responsive and fast. It's like an actual tab. It's like a modern day cell phone is how you work this thing. So I think it looks great.
And that's another cue as to like they're going in the right direction and being more youth centric. Where like whenever auto manufacturers try and make their own sort of like OEM, entertainment system or heads up display, it doesn't really work out that well sometimes. So them just partnering up with Google and just using what's already available out there and work seamlessly with Android or even Apple CarPlay, I think is a smart direction, and it makes things a bit more seamless.
Yeah,
and
great.
why reinvent the wheel when you've already got something that works?
Yeah,
well,
just use
right?
Google. Like I'm very happy with it. Just use Google. This thing has heated seats. The back have heated seats. It has heated steering wheel. I'm actually not sure if it has cooled seats.
No,
it doesn't have cooled seats.
But we are in more northern climate, so heated seats is
heated
pretty
seats
much all you
pretty
need.
much what you need here. Otherwise, it's still a very overall, very simple design. We did sit in the back of his car. I did not like the back of the vehicle. I had a lot of headspace, but like my shins was hitting the bottom of the chair, which in a long-term drive is going to get really annoying. And it just bugged me. For the 10 seconds I was in here, I was really annoyed. So I really don't like that. And I'll let Andre show his perspective, because I'm 5'10", he's 5'4", 5'3".
I'm not that short. Come on, man. Jeez.
I don't know, man. The camera adds like 3 inches.
I'm 5'7", okay? I'm 5'7".
Okay.
But for me, yeah, because I sit a little bit closer further up, and I am a little bit shorter than the average, North American. So I sit well in the back. I've got lots of leg room. I've got lots of headroom. The seats feel comfortable to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the seats in a Volvo are much more comfortable than your average vehicle too. So for me, this car would be great. If you've got kids in the back, they'd be more than comfortable. So yeah, I mean,
what do you think? What do you think of the whole plasticness? I mean, you kind of mentioned it's kind of like an everyday car. It makes sense a little bit.
Yeah, for me, like if this is like the car that you're gonna be driving kids around, or you're gonna be doing like a lot of your daily like this is your daily driver, and this is like the car that everybody sort of uses in the family, this makes sense. These rubbery, plasticky materials in certain places where they've stuck it makes sense, especially like here by your feet.
Yeah.
Because kids come in with dirty feet, or you come in with dirty feet, or whatever. Like it's something you can easily clean, and they left it all black, so you won't notice it as much. It's smart, and I see why they went with that route. And then they put the soft touches in the right places, right? So anywhere where your hands would normally rest, or your arms would normally rest, they put the controls for the windows and the door locks in the right places too.
Yeah.
So when you want to reach for them, they're in the right spot. It makes sense to me. Everything that they did in this car, interior-wise.
It makes sense.
The little like grid.
I like
design
that. I like it.
Thing is nice.
I like it. A little tacky, but I like it.
A little tacky. I hope this holds up well over time.
The scratches and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sharp. It definitely stands out.
What I really love is the way they made the vents. When you turn the vents to turn them, like the little knob here to turn on and off. I don't know if you can hear that.
That feels really good. Why is that so satisfying?
That little tactileness of the clicks feels really nice. I love that.
How much money they spent in getting the right noise and the right...
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of auto manufacturers
like
are looking into that now, making sure that the cars, those little things like the clicks and the buttons and stuff, that they feel right. Even the little knob here, like it.
Yeah, everything feels nice, tight, really, really good.
So, auto manufacturers are going in the right step and making sure that not only does the car look good, but it has that tactileness. It has that crisp feeling in certain aspects of the vehicle.
Yeah, and a couple other things before we finish up. It has a panoramic roof, so like huge skies, really big. I know it's hitting on the back seats, but the fronts are really, really comfortable. There's a whole bunch of adjustments you can do, which I don't even understand.
And there's good bolstering on the seats too.
Yeah.
Like you could probably get thrown around in this car and not really know it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I really like it. I wouldn't sit in the back.
A nice visor.
But overall, it's really good. I like it a lot. The really cool thing is, this being a full electric car, there is a Frunk. Love they call it Frunk?
Yeah, it's a Frunk.
Okay,
yeah.
So let's get out and check that out.
Yeah, so once again, guys, like looking at this vehicle, you can see it's an all-new design. The headlights, the front grille, everything looks great, looks amazing. You can see that they put in a lot of effort making this thing look much more aggressive, much more modern. If we open the hood here, I think the latch is on this side. Yeah, it's right here. If any of you are looking for that latch, it can be sometimes tricky to find. It does have a frunk. It's not huge, as you can see.
Well, can you jump in it? Can
No,
you fit in?
I don't think I can fit in this one.
Sure?
Parney.
You are like 2 feet
pretty
tall.
Sure. Well, come on. I could try, but it wouldn't be easy even if I took this out. But it's kind of nice. They put in a little air compressor. There's a toe. There's a toe grabber here. What's this? What is that? Oh, it's like slime. It's
So you have a flat tire, you just pop that in.
yeah.
But you could probably put a lunch bag in there.
Yeah, you could probably put a lunch bag
Okay.
in there.
All right, so back in the car, it's time for the driving dynamics, just our initial impression. I've never driven this. I've never driven an electric car, so I don't know what to expect, but a couple of numbers I want to hit at you, Andre. That this thing has 402 horsepower, 486 pound-feet of torque. It weighs about 4,700 pounds. From 0 to 60, it's about 4.7 seconds. So this thing is freaking fast. And this model, 2021, costs $65,000.
The way I would explain it is it's a quick-moving tank.
yeah.
It's
No
a fast tank. Over 4,000 pounds and under 60 seconds.
Okay, so how do you start this?
Under 6 seconds, 0 to 60?
For what? Well, this is
thing.
4.7 seconds, 0 to 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, so it's a quick-moving tank.
Okay, how do you start it?
I don't know.
Electric cars.
Key fob? There's no noise.
So how?
You're in drive. Just push forward for reverse.
Ah, okay, that's really, so this knob is really easy. Down for, or towards me for drive, forward for reverse, and there's a P for parking button.
There you go, and then you
And
got
automatically puts the handbrake on. So let's go
Yeah.
into reverse.
Oh, it takes the handbrake off for you.
Yeah,
Ready to
really
go.
cool.
Okay.
Okay, my initial impression, the brakes is weird.
Well, it's probably got regen brakes,
That's
right?
probably why.
Yeah.
It's really
I've
weird
heard
backing
that.
out.
I've heard that before about electric vehicles. Is the
Something
regen
like,
brakes.
yeah, that's
They're
really different.
Bizarre.
So a couple things I want to talk about before we just gun it. This thing has a range of 335 kilometers. It fully recharges on a fast charge in about 40 minutes. On like the AC regular charge takes about 8 hours.
Fast charging.
The fast charge is about 40 minutes. 8
Okay.
hours for like just plugging in the socket.
That's not too bad.
So it's not bad at all. The range, 335. It's a little under when you compare it to the Model Y, which is like 500. But
Yeah,
I think
but
335 is pretty much all you need.
if you're in the city, who's driving 300 kilometers in a day in the city?
Yeah, no, you're not. So it's
Nobody's
not
doing that.
I mean, road trip maybe, but then I think there's a
Yeah.
really good like support system for fast charging and whatnot like that, right? So I guess you got to plan your trip, and that's one of the problems with EV. You got to plan your trip. But let's shut up and ready. Hold on. Whoa!
Whoa!
Holy shit! Holy crap!
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
I can see why people buy these things. Wow.
Whoa.
That torque. That low end torque. It's instant. It's what everyone says it is.
It's instant. Absolutely
Wow.
instant. Okay, let's do that again in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You can definitely feel that.
This thing is fast, and I'm right. You know what? You are definitely paying for that speed, that performance.
You know what?
It just sucks you in.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
feel anything. There's no noise. It's a very odd, weird feeling, but it just wow.
You know what comes to mind? Safety. I hate to be that guy, but I can see why people put...
You're not in a Family Guy.
Yeah, I know, but I can see why auto manufacturers are making these things more autonomous driving because, like, I can see how someone could wrap this thing around a pole really easily.
Oh my God!
Imagine
so
you
easily.
like, especially in like Canada, right? Because we get black ice, we get snow. Imagine like your foot slips, you hit the gas, and all of a sudden like your wheels are spinning and this car goes sideways.
Dangerous. This is
The
no
first thing that
joke.
comes
This is
to mind.
power.
Yeah.
This thing is fast. Now this is a twin motor, so we have one more in the front, one more in the back, driving all the 4 wheels. So it is all-wheel drive.
It's a lot more power than the average person
Yeah, this
would be used to driving.
Insane amount of torque. I mean, that just launches you back in. This is no joke. I really like it. And you guys know me. I'm not a big fan of SUVs because I think they're fundamentally flawed from a performance standpoint because they're higher up. There's this, the aerodynamics is just a bigger blob. But
Yeah.
with the EV, all that weight is down low because an SUV usually has a big engine in the front and then it's high up and the suspension has to support it, so you get a lot of big wobbly effect. This stops like a normal car because the weight's down low. This thing's brilliant.
You do get a little bit of that, a little bit of a whoosh sound in the electric.
I didn't notice it. Let's do it. You don't feel anything though, but you just sucks you in. You feel the front tires trying to modulate and keep it straight, but
Is it
like
the feel or the sound that you're not getting?
both. It's very numb.
Yeah,
I'm not some
yeah.
electric steering, electric cars. I know it to be numb, but like I guess the way they compensate to make the wow factor for electric car is pure freaking speed.
Yeah, that torque curve is, you can definitely feel it.
So I'm going like 30 kilometers and just
Wow. Yeah. That's insane.
holy shit.
That is insane.
It's no joke.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
can't get that in any combustion engine vehicle.
But like this thing, tons of power. Okay, Andre, get in.
All right. Yeah, there's a supply crunch out there.
Let's go. We got 6 minutes.
All right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Okay.
And we're at 100. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. It's different when you're sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Because you're grabbing the steering wheel.
Go straight. Yeah.
But,
Yeah. You feel
yeah.
do you feel the front wheels like
No.
skirming a little bit?
No,
or
I don't.
Try.
I don't. No.
It was crazy.
I like that little woo, that sound it makes. When you
It's a little
start
bit.
going.
Just a little bit.
A little whoosh sound.
Is it a weird feeling to be going that fast, throwing back that like just sucks you in?
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre for an SUV to give you that feeling, for sure. Just driving this already, it feels like a normal car. It doesn't really feel that different driving. It's just quieter.
Yeah, like the thing is like when you're just cruising along, it's actually very nice.
Yeah.
And now you don't have the benefits of doing, or now you don't have to worry about oil changes. You don't have to worry about any of the fluid. I think the only fluid you have to worry about is windshield. The windshield
Wiper
wiper,
fluid?
yeah, wiper
Yeah,
fluid. That's
and
it. And
maybe
that's
brake fluid.
maybe some brake fluids. But like from a maintenance standpoint, there's so little, and that's the advantage of a EV, right?
Just trying to get used to these brakes here.
There's so many advantages. I mean, for a true car guy, like it's hard for me to get this, but as a secondary vehicle for my wife, oh god, this is probably next.
I will say one thing, this is very smooth. This vehicle's very smooth
Yes.
feeling. Volvo's a luxury brand, right? Let's say. So for a luxury vehicle, electric vehicles make way more sense.
Yeah.
Like this is very smooth feeling. You have the power when you need it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the passengers would feel the same way too.
Yeah, like it's very luxurious, very
Very
calm. So the suspension
Suspension's
just
very
takes
good
up
feeling
yeah,
too,
it
yeah.
feels great. The Absorber is so comfortable.
Yeah, I'm digging this. I could drive this every day.
This is
a
awesome.
I could see why people like Teslas and electric vehicles.
Yeah, this is actually really
It's
fun.
very smooth.
It is so smooth. It's so comfortable. Like it's great. And the amount of power is nuts.
I love this heads-up display. It's very nicely done.
Or you mean just like not
The
the heads up, just like the actual infotainment system.
actual-
Yeah. It's beautiful. Now you did say you're a big EV guy actually, but there's a big issue for you for you to buy an EV. It's not there for you yet, which we talked about earlier. Why is that?
So for me, it's an issue because I like to be outdoors all the time. So I like to go camping,
Yeah.
I love to go hiking. I love to be outdoors. So I need a vehicle that can give me much more range, and also out in the middle of the wilderness. So for me, I can easily do 1,000 kilometers on a camping trip, just being out and about and looking at things. So for me, an EV doesn't make sense because I can't just refuel it and go. I have to recharge, and that's not practical when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So for me, an EV doesn't make sense. I need something more like a hybrid. So that's the only issue for me with EVs.
Yeah, and I think as technology gets better, I have no doubt in the mind we're going to have vehicles that have over 1,000 kilometers at an affordable price, maybe in 15 years. And then the time to fill up a battery, or, you know, it's like right now you go to the gas station, 2 seconds, fill up, you're good to go. So once they reduce that time, so 40 minutes into a few minutes, it's game over for for the combustible engine. I mean, kind of already is, but like
for the most part, yeah. The only problem is for those guys that go out and they're in the bush for a month at a time, or
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
No, but this car's not geared for that. But
no.
Like, if you're looking, because you want SUV, electric just doesn't work for you at this point.
No, electric doesn't work for me.
Right.
And for what
So,
I need.
final thoughts. I think this thing is freaking amazing. I'm not an SUV guy, but this thing drives like a car. It's, you know, has a lower center of gravity, has the power, the surge is phenomenal.
It's comfortable.
It's very comfortable. It has everything except, you know, the V8 sound, not manual. But for like my wife, you know, for a next car, I'm pretty convinced like this type of car, next 6-7 years, we'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
For you?
For me, for my lifestyle, not so much.
Yeah.
But like, if I was just someone who needed something to get around in the city, and once in a while go, you know, for a trip here or there, this is great. This is a great option.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So on that note, well, before we cut off, I just want to give a awesome shout out to Sam who hooked us up here. He works at the Volvo dealership at Dockstader.
Yeah.
So super nice guy. He was
Very
so
nice
busy,
guy.
but he got us some information, gave us a key, got it all ready, all powered up. So I really appreciate it. If you are guys gonna, you know, looking to buy a Volvo, go reach out to them. And on that note, this is a crazy ride. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.